What's up, Hippo lovers? Time for some more NAC2 promotion. The Viper against Mr. Fire here. And we will, I believe, give the Fire the red color. Viper will play in the blue trunks, and we are jumping into it here. The Viper playing melee against Fire here on Tidepool. We're changing the game speed. Not the game speed, the scroll speed. And yeah, as you all know, Tidepool, the love child of Acropolis and Rooster. Water in the center becomes quite important. Viper should have a pretty solid uptime to control that at the front. Overall, a bit of the kind of stronger civilizations for Fire. Viper went with the tier 2 civilizations and probably trying to test them out just shortly before we get into the real offline tournament, where we'll see both players, Fire and Viper. There's no sheep under the TC. There was no... okay. Well, then Fire didn't pick the right map. Tidepool 4.1. That doesn't sound right. Yeah, it's clearly the wrong map they picked then. But that's only like, the only difference is there has to be a TC, sheep under the CC. Why don't Pro play Spanish in water? Spanish Navy is best Navy. Elite Cannon Guns 2 OP. Someone explain. So, how the game works is, we're starting in Dark Age. And if you're playing against an opponent who's also playing in Dark Age, you kind of need to develop your economy and your military, and in this case your navy, from the very beginning. And Spanish don't have any bonuses early on. So even though they have pretty strong cannon galleons, the problem is most of the time they die before even getting to that point. And that's why Spanish aren't ever picked. And we see civilizations that are pretty strong at the very early stage. We don't see Koreans on water too much either. We don't see a lot of caravels from Portuguese. You just need to be very strong early on in this game, because it's played so competitively. The only chance to see people picking civilizations because of their strengths in late Imperial Age is if they think they can wall pretty well on this map. And that only happens if the map is pretty wallable. In some team games, well, there are some options, especially on Black Forest. They're often picked when we still had lakes in Black Forest. Fire, try to go for some harassment here. 14 HP, 15 HP for the Viper. We have $100 on the line, 75 for first, 25 for second in this match. Or, yeah. Everyone gets $25 and the winner gets 50, or something like that, however you want to call it. Yeah, Spanish Elite Cannon Galleons. Haven't seen those in quite some time. Viper should be clicking up pretty soon. I think he could have gone a bit higher. But, well, Fire with a solid shot. 946 here, he will contest the water. Viper goes for... I honestly think this is a mistake. I know that a lot of people are doing it, and I love doing it as well, spreading those fishing ships out. But you should always have all of them at the closest. Deep fish. At least that's my approach. Does he have enough wood for a second dock? Doesn't look like it for now. For the first one, sheep still under the TC. Interesting lumber camp number 2, by the way. 5 fishing ships, yeah, I'm surprised as well. Viper will have an interesting approach. We'll fight against 2 dogs early on. Scout will get a lot of intel. Eagle healed up quite nicely, would still lose the fight now. No dog number 2. That looks like archers to me. Tries to go for some aggression early on. What's the difference between deep fish and coast fish? Deep fish has a bit more fish in general, 225. Coast fish 200. And the gathering rate is faster on those deep fish. That's why... Oh! Lost for Viper here. That's why we always see people go for deep fish if you can. Viper will easily lose that one. Needs to make it to the side. Only now with the barracks. Need to make something happen on land because water will be lost by him. Quite surprised that he went for only one dock approach here. Maybe he felt Fire wanted to avoid that. Center 1v1 dock fight against Malay and was docking on the outside. That's why Viper got so greedy, but didn't happen. Let's take a look. Can we get some raids here? Those fire galleys not doing a lot of damage against fishing ships anymore. No archery range yet. I think I would have loved to see villagers now go forward. Like 2 villagers already building the archery range here now. Would be really good. Do we have any shenanigans here? No. Fire already adding fishing ships as well. Now up to 5 from 3 before. Adds an eagle as well. We'll have some more scouting intel, although he's already scouting anyways. Sees that there's only one dock out, and Viper, he just redocked on the outsides. That he won't fall behind too much in economy. And honestly, this looks more like a fast castle to me than a play into archers. Leaves him really open on land and eagles. They could make something happen. If Fire gets onto 5-6 eagles, he could raid quite nicely, but Viper obviously could wall himself off as well. Well, Will's collecting deep fish, Jesus villagers. Seems like you have never seen El Dorado as a map, one of the other maps of the NAC2 map pool. Where we have deep fish spawning directly next to the TC. Kill. And now villagers coming forward and eagles. Fire is making the right adjustments here. Does not want to have the Viper rushing up to Castle Age, although he will be clicking up pretty soon. I think it would have been clever to build a defensive tower here if you're the Viper. But he had 0 intel. Losing that scout just really hurt him. Didn't scout the barracks at all. If he saw those 2 barracks, made the right adjustments. 1739 Castle Age behind that. Oh, that's the power of Malay and combination of the Viper. Okay, bit misplaced dock here, but not too important, honestly. Do we see an aggressive tower? Yes, we do. Viper, does he see this? No. Did he? Oh, he sees the villager now. Trying to pull the villagers against it, but against 3 eagles, that will be a roughie. Tower will go up, and I think Fire should just go for a bit more observation here. Loses a lot of HP without really killing anything. Tower will go up. That was okay-ish for Viper. Look at how many HP he got away from Fire here. Those villagers are on the outside, some idle here. But I think 1-2 elephants should just be fine in attacking this. Remember that we still have some fishing ships on the outside. Some on the inside for Fire. Signally whispering. Am I whispering? Actually talking normally. I just don't want to crit the microphone. That's the term we should use. When you send villagers to build a resource building and it's nearly completion, and you send a few more villagers complete having resources with them, the resources get added up to the get wasted from the second batch of villagers sent, I meant. That's a very good question. They will actually carry their food, and if you don't give them a new task, they will still go to the lumber camp, drop off their food, and then go to wood. But if you give them a new task, they cannot drop it off anymore. So Eagles now with quite a mobility. I think I would have loved to see +1 attack over +1 defense. Barracks number 3 now, some pikemen. Viper wanted to go for the relock in the center here. Demo could connect somewhat. Yeah, it does, but also reconnection here. And Viper, he just stays active with this villager repairing. And those lost quite some HP. Eagles, let's take a look what they can do. Can also easily go back and collect some gold. Viper experimenting, well, somewhat. It is not NAC2 yet, right? But it's not like he picked Khmer or Saracen God. He is picking, as I said, I called them like tier 2 civs. And trying to see what goes, what does not go on those maps. He did the same against Betty, and it was a super interesting series. It wasn't like troll or disrespect, it's just like preparation when the real important tournament starts. So if they have food and they are tasked to golds, they lose all the food. Yes, that's true. But if they were hunting and are tasked to forage, they just keep carrying it. Yes, food to food they do. And yeah, as I said, if they were hunting, building a mining camp, and the mining camp finishes before they can actually get there and you don't retask them, they're actually dropping off some resources. Oh, elephant raid! How did you squeeze that one through? Well, it could still just build 2 pikemen to defend that, right? Not the greatest unit to raid, but still getting a villager kill. Oh man. Fire even went for Monk here, won't really get. Why you sound sleepy? Well, it has been a long day, I'm still somewhat sick as well. Yeah. And I'm kind of answering some questions, and well, it could be a long cast as well, right? Could be up to 7 games, and if I lose all my energy in game number 1, kind of gets crazy. I think the main factor is that I'm still just a bit sick. And we already have had a best of 7 today. If you missed it, Miguel. I've got 20 villagers ahead now. 3 TCs, and well, he's defending this quite nicely. Elephant deleted, and defensive castle. How can he afford that? Sick, he must have bought that, right? Let me take a look. Yeah, bought 400 stone with all the gold. We get the defensive castle up, that means mangonels and monks won't do anything anymore. Well, those eagles still got some nice snacks in, but also lost some. On the outside we have fish traps of melee. Oh, but the sneaky dog of fire, love that. Oh, it's not too sneaky, just trying to attack this. You could actually counter that by building some dog blocks. Over here the whole area could be dog blocked. And, well, maybe something here. And then you could not get raided on water. And melee could just build 30-40 fish traps there. In-game sound is pretty low. Could someone else confirm that as well? Then we can increase it. That overlay mempad? Ah, okay. Why is no one saying anything? Should be a bit better now. Should be a bit higher. It's only 2 to 3% line. What's the overlay memp used? No, another elephant. Should be deleted again. Yeah, indeed. Not sure why he's adding any elephants or where they left over from before. It's even worse now. What? Still super low. Ah, wait. Ah. Okay, my bad, my bad. Okay, now we got it. Ah, ay. Hello, hello. Now we're all happy, right? You can hear monks, you can hear people getting stoned. Yeah. Well, we had the issue before. I just changed my headphones. in between 2 series and didn't really realize that we had it's just so random. Welcome. Now you can hear stuff, right? Did you just wall those 2 models in? Well, they still gets a conversion against it. And those monks, are they getting sniped here? He focus fired them. Yeah, stuff can be heard. Okay, okay. Ah, it's so weird sometimes. Thing is, now with the new setup, I also hear myself, which is so untypical. 3TC in the back by the Viper, by Fire, who is still 22 meters behind. Viper coming in with +1 attack, +2 defense, very important on those Karambit. I think there could be attacked from the top. Let's see. Nice surround here by the Viper. Doing a lot of stuff done. Only 13 villagers now ahead. That's kind of weird. Did he just lose some? Whoa, that was a nice clear up for sure. So the Viper ahead in score. And well, he will accept if that's just getting converted. He's even getting arson, and then those houses will fall quite quickly. Has 8 fishing ships behind that. Well, he lost that area. That's not too pretty for him. Was putting some against that, and we'll just clear this up. We'll probably break the house, yeah, even if he eats the conversion. That's not too bad. Game is louder than me now. Okay. Can turn it down a bit. Ay. Funny stuff. Okay. Up, down. Well, we will figure something out. Let's see if Fire can figure out how he continues to play after this. 66 villagers. Quite a nice lumber, but well, he will be completely cleared up at his forward base here. Villagers won't be safe at all. Try to wall them a bit more. That won't happen. Next castle here for the Viper. Now it's optimal. Not, it sounds optimal. What? Hand card here for the Viper to increase his eco even further. Still having the fishing ships working here. Now added some again. Okay, interesting. Fire still working with his over here. 13 more villagers. So in high numbers, they overwhelm pretty much everything. Well, that's a unit that truly only works in high numbers, right? Karambit would lose against a villager 1v1. Can't say that to a lot of units. Or about a lot of units. Viper, he keeps spamming Karambit. And Fire goes for the Jaguar defense. Jaguar, I think, should... yeah, absolutely will 2-slice the Karambit. Oh, demo. Oh no. Oh yeah. Did get the dog and I believe 2 fire ships here. Something like that. Military count pretty brutal. We have 57 infantry units at the moment for the Viper on the field. Did I? No, I didn't. Huh. Karam's running around. Firewall, 4 Jaguars won't win the fight though. Let's take a look. Maybe some attack into them. Oh yeah. Look at how they're falling still. Don't tell me they're losing this. What? I thought you lost like 10 and killed only 2. And I was retreating. Oh god. What? Okay, Jaguars are a good unit against this. Oh god, I've never seen that before. Okay, Viper needs to change his unit choice. That's not going to work, I believe. Okay, that was ridiculous. Viper now goes for Telecracy, so we're expecting him to spam a lot of harbors pretty quickly. Just randomly drop 5 docks here. Oh, this guy feels so bad. Okay. Okay. 30 against 3, they can win. Why did he cancel those docks? Because of the castle? Okay. Okay. Roughly 30 villages ahead and 8 fishing ships. Trying to clear up some stuff here. We still have a lot of gold on this map, so not really the limiting factor on this one. And some extra gold over here as well. Now the switch onto Arbalest, absolutely necessary. No other chance. And harbors working here, and that's a lovely addition for Malay for sure. Infinite fish traps, harbors. Ah, Malay, you have to love them. Probably one of the most underappreciated civilizations. People haven't really figured out how to play Malay to their full potential, in my opinion. Still adding more fishing ships, man, this guy is crazy. And also has a lot of farms, so Furico has to be pretty solid for him. He'll probably sell a lot of food as well, if he goes for the full Arbalest switch. Elite Jaguars deal 27 damage with Elite Karambits. Okay. So if he doesn't have all the defense upgrades, he might actually... No. One hit it would be too sick, right? If he did Karambits without defense upgrades, might get one hit it by Elite Jaguars with all upgrades. That would be sick. Jaguars now trying to move in here, and well, they will get some revenge kills. Can the Karambit kill the trap? Nope. Arbalest now should be doing quite a fine job killing those traps, or at least scaring them away. It's helping quite a bit, and well, it's just so easy to just send 20 villagers to build 5 docks here, or harbors, and have the full map control working for you as well. Just those only wood towers on water. Pretty sick. 150 for the Viper. We have 115 for Fire. And now the tech switch onto Eagles. Wouldn't that be the spot where you switch into adult skirms? Potentially. He hasn't done Garland Wars. No, he only has +1 in tech. But oh, speaking of Garland Wars, actually not coming up. I think adult skirms would be a nice addition now. Oh, cannon gallons for the Viper. That could be a nice spot here. That villager tries to sneak through. Just tries to get some harbors up on the other side. What are those villagers up to? Oh, just getting some lumber over here. When Fire's gold runs out, well, that will be quite some time still. As we showed earlier, gold rarely the limiting factor on this map. Eagles now with +4 defense, moving in, Monk behind there, trying to get one conversion himself. Viper tries to micro against that, only does 2 damage per shot. Jaguars, they might get some kills as well, and Viper, he loses quite a bit of his army here. Everything cleared up, nice move by Fire. He obviously didn't play the whole best of 7 series earlier today. Getting some stuff done here. Okay, idle CCs for now. 120 villagers might be enough for him. Oops! Snipe here. Cannon Galleon down against the trap. Obviously getting one hit, and well, that's a good fight for Viper. We're fighting in range of all those harbors. Arbalest now trying to retreat. Now trying to re-engage. Look at that. 3 harbors, 1 castle behind. That's not a fight Fire can take. Needs to get more traps. Maybe even think about rams. And I like that we are also expanding to the right-hand side. Now goes into fast fire ships as well. but same tech route for the Viper. Lay elephants don't get good upgrades. Well, they're missing some defense upgrades, which isn't too important against infantry. It's more important against ranged units. Oh, that's again nicely up here by fire. Killing all those arbalest, or is he? Killed all the perimeter at the side at least. And that's quite a lot of cannon galleons as well. Oh, one a bit out of position. And oh, will survive with 6 HP. Fire focuses onto the arbalest again. That's a nice pickup. Let's take a look. Fast fire ships. How many HP did they lose? Not too many going through this area. Right, clicking on the cannon galleons. Fire, no chance of holding this. Remember, Aztec's castles, the weakest in the game. Without masonry, without hoardings, and yeah, they don't stand too much of a chance against a lot of strong cannonballs. 65 military here for the Viper and 54 for fire. Who's getting closer to pop limit as well. And before that I criticized Viper indirectly that he only had 119 villagers, but well, I forgot about the 24 fishing ships. So that makes a lot more sense now. And well, that's a nice raid here at the side. Oh, there will be some dead villagers. And we have a big engagement here at the side. The demo would be just incredibly good, helping out this. Arbalest in the back, nicely protected, and it just feels like fire is losing everything, needs to retreat here. And that was a solid 20-25 army units going down here, and that was a beautiful engagement for the Viper, who's now switching onto galleons as well. Just lost all his cannon galleons except one, so that's not too much of a threat now. Can he micro this one back? Seems like he can kind of hold it, and well, those harbors are nice. Don't you think a demo could have been so sick here? Ah. Heavy blow, kind of late, in my opinion. Pyramids now trying to hold the right hand side. Viper dropped down to 76 villagers. But those arbalists still pretty damn scary. Gold might be a limiting factor. What am I talking about? Kind of weird. Galleons now for the Viper will control all this area. More arbalists getting some more kills. Finally, +4 attack for the Viper. Was fighting that for so long, and well, Karambit, as I said earlier, probably the unit in the game that benefits the most. Do Malay get gill nets? I think every civilization get gill nets. Not? Pretty sure. Oh, more than 60 Karambits here. We are at 93. Okay. Oh, Jaguars now moving forward. Block printing for fire. He probably wants to get some cannon galleons or galleons himself. Let's get some conversions here. And Jaguars, I think they could. I don't want to say they can win this fight, but surely won't be cost inefficient. Cars on the back here as well, and well, those Karambits, I think they will die. Just looked too good earlier. They will take another good engagement here, but Jaguars, some of them surviving. Okay, they're actually winning, but only under heavy losses. One Jaguar left here, and well, okay. Actually killing some villagers. Meanwhile, push over at the left hand side here was the GG as well. Oh god. Today is the day where I miss the double pronged attack timings, and well, that was just to go. We had fire getting some conversions there against the cannon galleons, but fire didn't have a lot of military left, and that ended the game. GG, 1-0 for the Snake. Solid game by him, and yeah, it really showed us the power of melee on this map. You can up quite early, then transition to Castle Age. Then you can use all the beautiful units, karambits, all the harbors here, and the massive amount of fish traps really worked for him as well. Quite sick. TD better for fire, obviously against all the karambits. Better eco for the Viper, but well, yeah, let's call it that way. With the fish traps, obviously pretty beautiful for him. 3 relics as well. And we saw that he didn't build any army for quite some time, and then the karambit spam started, and then, yeah, his whole empire started as well with it. Next game will be Graveyards. And we are out of... Ah yeah, that was the batch from before. Okay, I'm a bit confused. Melee are gone, and we also have Aztecs gone. Okay, next map is Graveyards. Could have been a great map for Aztec. Yeah, so I'm a bit confused that he didn't pick those there. A bit confused. So, trailer's ready. I might have some drop frames now in the next... No, it's 80 megabytes. I won't have any drop frames with that size. And we might take a look at it together, guys. Yeah, let's. I will send the trailer to the players later on. This map seems perfectly made just for melee. Well, Italians are somewhat good at well. Japanese can do some damage. I feel like Mayans aren't bad on them either. It should be interesting. How they will be played in the future. Let's take a look at map number 2. The Viper. Oh, we will increase the game sound now directly. The Viper playing Britons on Graveyards against Ethiopians of Fire. For this map, we are kind of expecting it to be quite wallable. And that's what it looks like here. Fire. Having it a bit more open again. Not sure if he knows that he can wall with those things. And it's actually not that big of a wall, but still, well, yeah, it's not really fair. They already complained about this map. I'm not really sure how we will fix this, but it clearly needs a fix still. For some reason I feel like Britain should win this. I don't mind them either. Strong boom. Surely the range on Castle Age helps. I honestly didn't like how Mr. Yo played them today. Putting those resources in the back. I think Viper just has a perfect map for a Rush FC into crossbows. Just such an easy wall at the front. All this area. And he is just safe. Defensive gold. And even some tier in the back. Should be fine. And, well, Fire, he could have some problems. Thing is, with all this map control that he might gain from that, he could pick up some of those beautiful relics that are scattered around everywhere. Where is he getting wood? Okay, here at the front. Archer duel. Let's see. Well, actually, well, surely an option. So guys, how do we fix that? Do we need more wood on this map? I will talk to Trirem and Hank and the others what we can do. Because that generation does not feel fair at the moment. That's why we're doing those matches here. What map is this? Graveyards. Both have an ugly hill in front of the base. That's the ugly one for Viper. That's the ugly one for Fire. Yeah, true. I think Ethiopians have an edge with having siege ram. Well, if we get into that phase, that's true. Oh, Viper. What did he scout? Interesting that he didn't go for the buildings here. Is he trying to wall it off this way? Yeah, looks like it. It's a bit tighter than I thought. But still okay-ish. But yeah, obviously, I have all the intel, he doesn't. Ay. Oh, are we doing this? Okay, 1 minute around. Oh. Oh no. My mistake. Ooh. Viper losing his scout. Trying to steal a sheep in exchange. Run. But fire a bit faster. Yeah, still rush FC here. Looks pretty easy for him. Thing is fire. What is he up to? Pop 23. Huh. You can't walk through those broken barracks, no. So actually they form some form of a wall. Let's take a look what those militia will accomplish here. What did the Viper scout? No woodline for now. Maybe could guess that it might be here. Actually, you should, right with that barrack placement. Maybe add some cliffs to that map. Not a big fan of cliffs, honestly. Just allow so much bugging out. Huh. Oh, Viper goes for the very small wall. Okay. Well, fine with that as well. Fire with a solid uptime. 1036. No, it's 2 farms. Okay. Let's take a look what he can do. What did he scout? She used a very clumped up map. And collected only 13 gold earlier. How did you get 13 gold? So weird. Minute arm upgrade now. Goes to the front, sends villagers with it. Exactly what he needs to do, but the map of the Viper is just so good. I feel like the runes serve like cliffs normally do. I don't think they're giving hill advantages, no. And I don't think that you can back pass through them. So I would be surprised. Okay, double archer range now by fire. He will go for some aggression. think maybe the tower earlier could have been better. Instead of trying to get those archer rangers up in the back here. Now he instantly goes for fletching before he even builds the first archer. Isn't even on gold. Or what is this? Is he going on stone now? Okay. Archer ranger and blacksmith here. Viper will have kind of an under. Oh, look at that. Uncontested fast castle. And I think that's the spot where he actually should be aware that tower might come, right? But he still has such a good wood line in the back, even two of them. Built a second lumber camp. 1620 to rush FC. Pretty solid timing by him. Thing is though, well, that tower will go up. How will we defend the gold? Most likely defensive tower here, right? Indeed, that's the graveyard of an Age of Empires 1 barracks. That's why the name, the map is called this way. Okay, scout blocking here. What can Viper do? Tries to get some quick balls up. Men at arms are flying in. Uh-oh, Viper, that's a screw up. Scout at 4 HP is going back. Uh-oh, Age of Empires didn't happen. Some still in the back here. Militia, one went down, and uh-oh, Viper. For now, only skirmishers here to put on the pressure. They are coming through. Okay, well, that's blocked off for now. But another tower will obviously come here. Question is, how will Viper defend this? He has enough stone, enough wood to build a defensive tower. Fire now building one, and it's coming very aggressively here. 500 HP on that gate. Viper, is he not building a defensive tower? Where is he going when it comes to gold? Moves out here. That's a ballsy play. Why does he not build a defensive tower earlier? That feels so weird. Fire with a nice aggression for sure. No reaching castle age means some more HP on that gate. Quite nice for him. And oh god, Viper, he will just get the TC up here. All good in the hood for him. Sends another group of villagers. Skirmishers coming down and fire. He has no idea about this. He's looking into those villagers and must be like, what is going on here? Still 6k to go on the budget. Are you worried? Not really. No. Can he tower hop? He should have been able to do that, yeah. Yeah. We got a lot of donations during last year's event. Well, I didn't get 6k last year during the event. I collected the main part before as well last year. Same as this year. Okay, let's take a look. Fire, is he trying to build some towers here? Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Maybe one here, one here. Kind of tricky. Still controlling that area. That tower actually could get killed from the other side. Can attack it. No, let's take a look. Viper. Hints make something happen. Pop 33. Those 4 crossmen are surviving for now. Howry's looking for fire. He's looking at 140 food, 200 gold. And now trying to get some villager kills here under the TC. Will get none. Comes now from the other side, maybe. Another tower siege workshop even. Oh, so many low HP villagers. Whew. I'll take the money and spend it on the cannon hookers if I were Nili. Well, that's why you're not Nili. Now double tower here. I think he should just stay with the skirms. Go for some more kills. What does Fire think where he's going? Is he trying to run around here? Why did he just go through close to it here? Double tower, now sending archers in there. Uh-oh, Fire's kind of leaving his spot here. Feels so weird. Crossman now making the go through the center, and Fire's completely unprotected here. Why is he running around with those skirmishes? This feels so wrong. Just think about it. Fire still had all the skirmishes here. He could just defend this. Oh no, tries to get a defensive tower up now. This could be so bad. Oh god, Fire's map is bad. It's 28 villagers to 40. And Viper will win it anyways. He'll kill every single villager building that tower. Viper might resign. Fire might resign with like 5 more villagers even. Where did he send those skirmishers? Fire! Oh, DNT Claro. Thanks for your prime. Oh god, this is so painful. Oh god, is this painful. Oh god, is this painful. Fire! What are you doing with your skirmishers? Ay. So you will surely tell us something about the map generation, how unfair it was. But honestly, if he just camps this hill, like 5 skirms behind here, and defend with the skirmishers, he would have won. He could have gone. He gets idles more than half of the eco of Viper. So weird. Such a weird game. Oh man. Well, it happens. Viper with so many villager kills in the end, and okay, let me NAC trailer. There it is. Let's take a look. We can look at it together. I probably should have watched it myself first. Here we go. Highlight video of DauT not found. Feels DauT man. Feels DauT man. Still sick? Yeah, somewhat. Your mic? I like the sounds. Wow, you're the first one. There is a lot of complaints, but we're fixing it the whole day already. Among all the DauT cartridges, you couldn't find a highlight one? Not really. Thank you for the gift tab. Thanks for being around. And spreading love with emotes. Oh, look at that. MBL hosted my channel with 1 viewer. That's obviously an auto host. New microphone, Nili? Yes. That's the whole NAC setup. I have like 6 mobile microphones now. Trying to work with that. Sambia hosted himself? What? To Nili? Ah, yeah, potentially. I think you can host without being at the channel, right? Not too sure. Sounds very good, okay. Thanks. We try to... yeah, set it up properly. All technical equipments were included in the planning. Although like I bought more lights now for the green screen, or like the special sofa cam. That's another 30 euros or something that I didn't include yet, but I think I made like 500 euros of extra equipment stuff. Where can I find the link to the hype song? Here, right hand side. Hype song link. The AOE one. That's the AOE one. Click, right hand side, hype song. Just watch it till the end. Oh, Viper started streaming just a day after Nili had a discussion why Viper isn't streaming. How odd. Well, I kind of knew it, right? We talked about it before. And he streamed, I believe, on Tuesday as well. His KOTD practice. It's pretty good for him that we will have a day off now and can then play on Sunday. Next map will be Seize the Hump. Oh, we didn't even take a look into the civs now, right? So we're out of Britons and out of Ethiopians. Seize the Hump could be Celts, could be Franks, could be Malians. I think those are the kind of obvious ones. Hands against Mongols, probably on Prairie. Coast to mountain. I see Berbers as pretty strong. I see Mongols there as well. I see Chinese there. Malians could also be for rehydration, for flooded cross. Rehydration, I'm not too sure. Spanish maybe? Tricky. Tali style Persian douche, well we didn't have Persians. We were playing 2 best of 7 in one day and complaining about burnout. Well, he didn't need to, right? I didn't plan, and like I took it off the calendar, and then I messaged him, and he said, yeah, he would be up for it. So I won't say no to that. There are 2 other streams with Viper games. What do you mean? Well, they are rebroadcasting. No. He meant MembTV and T90 stream. They run rebroadcasts, I believe. Reruns from earlier today. So those games are live. The other ones are from earlier today. Seems like all getting ill. Well, we were all at the same event, right? And all of us got sick. Not sure if it's something, a special fever or something. But yeah, was pretty unfortunate for all of us. Just think about it, if it was a week before NAC, I think it maybe would have needed to cancel it. Because like, I couldn't cast properly. So many people were ill. we would have all like, yeah, coughed and sneezed everywhere. Would have been pretty disgusting. Need to add 3k more for medical services. Well, that wouldn't be that would be funny. Everyone is sick. Well, we are. Okay, let's just jump into the next game here. Music off, Age of Empires sound on. No idea what's going on there. And casting on as well. So we have TheViper playing Celt, Fire playing Franks on this Seize the Hump map. Promotion for NAC2. And as you can see, not a lot of stuff going on your main island. Therefore you need to seize the hump. And well, get a lot of gold, wood and stone over here. Maybe some deer for yourself as well. And Fire, pick the Franks. Let's do that. What are the plans for the stream with Rocket Beans TV? We will probably have an official announcement. We will meet on Monday to finalize everything. Settings for NAC fixed yet? I think so, yes. No berries for Franks. Kind of sad. Well, you can still go for berries over here, right? And grab some beautiful ones in the center of the map. But yeah, needs to walk quite a bit to get there. Even faces a wolf. Fire's ship choices feel pretty odd. Like Aztecs on Tidepool. Although we had graveyards. And now Franks on this one. Have we seen this map splitted by the big islands already? It feels so weird in 1v1. Well, it's like a generation of 10, 15, 20%, something in that area. And no, we haven't seen it in competitive gameplay. Looks like a face with an open mouth. Ah, yeah, here. That's true. Like, that's the mouth, right? True. 4 HP on that villager. Wasn't this so much originally scheduled for Monday? Why today? It was scheduled for today. Monday is... Let me take a look. It's Fire... Monday is Fire against Nicov. 17 GMT. And Tuesday we have MBL versus someone. Wednesday we have TaToH versus someone. Should be back T, but I think he's traveling. So maybe I won't even do those. Just to prepare a bit more for NAC. Lots of stuff to do, guys. Long list. Is there already scheduled for NAC2? Well, I haven't made it public, but yeah, everything is kind of set in stone. Like, yeah, it's actually, check AoE zone. I might have made it public. Yeah, okay. That's kind of interesting. Let me see. Did I? Should be on AOC info, right? NAC updates. Schedule, full schedule. Yeah, it's in there. Yeah. Okay, 3 villagers sending over here to collect some more deer. We have loon now, so that will be most likely men-at-arms. But did he actually find some gold somewhere? Not really. Is he just going toe-to-toe with out gold? Interesting. So we have fire. I think Franks are kind of okay, right? Because farms are so much better. Did he steal 2 sheep? Didn't have a barracks yet. And Viper? That's so weird. What is this? Spearman rush? Huh. Huh, huh, huh. Fine, our feudal age, we're expecting the stable to come down here indeed. He could instantly start with some farms as well. I would love to see him go for some spearmen as well. Viper, meanwhile, still without a barracks. Okay, now he's getting one. I'm still not sure what he's going for. That's just scouts. Okay, spearmen for now. Eco upgrades as well. Might just be the spearmen rush, guys. Well, he knows that fire will take some time to get onto gold, and archer range isn't that intuitive for Franks to begin with, but still. Human only will be interesting. We need to get a lot of those. And what's the plan after that? Idling his CC a bit. Look at that, queuing up a second scout. Not having enough food to build villagers. Kind of sloppy. Shouldn't really happen. Okay, next steps here. so weird. Okay, double spearmen here. We'll get some spearmen up over at the top. And now some aggression from fire through the center. Oh, I see you running around. Viper getting some map vision as well. Doesn't really see too much. Didn't even scout gold yet. Spearman at the woodland would be really important. Sending one over now. Fire is trying to take negation. No, not really. Another spearman coming over. The one from the left-hand side. And this is the fight Viper can take, I believe. The 4 spearmen here against only 2. And the scouts shouldn't really do too much. Well, seems like Viper might even lose the fight. Yeah, he will. But another spearman will be out. And he will just get some damage done. Oh, that's some lost HP on those scouts though. Spearmen are now coming over from the right-hand side. Can Viper pull those villagers over? Seems like if he saved that one, he didn't have a single villager loss. He killed quite some spearmen and scouts himself. So that's exactly what he needed. 3 more villagers for him. Just kept the production rolling. So important. Keep scouting in the back and, well, perfect amount of spearmen here to defend. Great job by him. Mining camp over here at the side, and we are Bravo for the Viper as well. That could actually be a reasonable transition into Castle Age. Still needs more spearmen. Fire with the 6 scouts. And that's only 2 spearmen here. Gold kind of open. Yeah, they are kind of low. Viper going for the high HP one. Gets another one behind there. Sends over another spearman out. This. Oof. It seems like he's holding it. Seems like he's holding it. Mass skirms now. Would love to see fletching, and then it gets tricky. The skirms can snipe the spearmen. Villagers should really die against all those scouts. Viper, he will be clicking up pretty soon though. Just need some more buildings. Some more wood for him as well. Scout sees. Not too much. Tower, some wood line. Didn't scout the gold. Maybe saw the villagers though. Scouts are moving forward. Scouts behind there. Needs to debate the spearman. Love the scum transition. I think this should be a lot of dead villagers. How can Viper save this? He can now move into the wood line. There's still no second building. 4 spearmen from the top, 2 spearmen over here. Fire needs to run around. He really does not need to lose those. Oh, Fire's timing. It's getting smaller and smaller. Don't go back. Attack, my man. What is this? They're not fletching. Villagers at the top completely exposed. They surely have to die now. Love to see forging there. Viper with the quick wall, but not on both sides. Needs to debate a bit here. Some of those scouts are still inside. Skirmishers keeping this open. Fire, he needs to get the kills. ASAP, he shouldn't really go back. Oh. Forging now as well. What's the second building for Viper? He goes for the market. It's just too many. It's too many spearmen. We have a second barracks? Yeah. Second barracks. And a stable. Oh man, Fire isn't getting the kills in. +1 defense now here for the skirmishers, completely unimportant. Needs to go for more scouts, needs to go for the play. We'll play by Fire today, well, by Viper today. Well, he's just trying to experiment a bit, right? And now it's only 5 low HP scouts, or 2 of them low. So they can't really go for the big villager kills. And Fire, he's just kind of playing this all in. Oh man, Archer's a bit too late. Could still work out because military count is 23-7. Scout can easily be snagged away. And Knight from Viper could really do a lot though. Let's take a look. Maybe some spearmen added, but Fire is now on the menu. Uh-oh, and Viper is getting pushed away here. So that FC kind of finally stopped. Let's take a look. Archers could be so good in this spot as well. Now goes for 2 knights. Will that be enough? 3 archers around. Villagers, kind of high HP here. Scouts, they need to commit. They need to go for the villager kills ASAP. Resources for Fire behind this. 400 food, 200 gold. Age of Gate Fires is real. Oh man. Those were some 6 quick walls for sure. Skirmishers and archers, they have one task. Actually, the knight could die to this, right? 60 HP. Archers, they need to focus down the knight. But another knight is coming. Oh, this is still pretty intense. Viper selling some food and stone to get more gold for the knights. It's just where are they moving towards? Maybe just the wood line. Aggression continues. Just think about it. Like 1, 2 spearmen would be so good for Fire. We'll snag that knight. Oh god, he's going for the wrong one. Feels so weird, this fight. Okay, 1 spearman finally coming over. I think Viper did hold it off. Killed the last archer. Yeah, he's super low. Oh, Viper is microing back that knight as well. More spearmen being pushed in as well. What a weird map that is. Seize the hump. Giving us some weird games for sure. Viper went for the full distance and was just somewhat praying that it would work out. And Fire didn't go for the big damage dealers. Skirms plus scouts. Think about it, if it was archers plus scouts, Viper would have easily won this one. Fire would have easily won this one. Now clicking up to Castle Age with quote-unquote only 5 villager advantage. So kind of even when it comes to the eco if Fire can survive this without too many losses. Scout around, +1/+1. Knight here at the top as well, and Fire doesn't look too great for him here. That will be some dead unit. Most people have Fire and Jordan kind of as their spot 7 and 8 in their rankings. Oh god, that slaughter here of all those villagers. Yeah, some archers in the back helping out tower as well. And Viper, he is really wrecking this. 4 very low HP knights. I'm assuming a monastery over here, exactly. I like how the Viper is thinking this through. We'll heal those up, we'll get some relics as well. And just added the TC. Did the damage, is now 7 villages ahead, so he will be roughly 9 villages ahead when when Fire reaches Castle Age. Looks good for the snake again. Looks like Viper knows exactly how Fire plays. Well, I wouldn't agree to that. It's more like, okay, what can Franks normally do? And it's most of the time they're going scouts, so spearman defense there. And then he was kind of hoping to get to Castle Age. Mass pikemen, most likely, I thought. But, well, then Fire went on to a lot of skirmishes at some point. Which maybe should have been archers. If those were archers, the game was over, I believe. Would reducing the armor on unfinished buildings limit the gate spam? Not really. Like slightly, yeah. He's playing the mental game with Fire. Well, we can agree on that. Ooh, but that's some solid pikeman archer army. Take a look if he gets to conversion though. Monk's now countering pikeman archer apparently. Piper's taking the pikeman as well, and he has quite a lot here behind the lines. Maybe he can make the go. Monk still getting conversions in. See some knights debating another Monk, well, very ambitiously. Coming out there, pikeman upgrade will finish any second. Weird time to engage for the Viper just quickly before the upgrade finishes. Debated some here, 1 HP pulled out, Crossman trying to go for some more snipes. Can the Monks save themselves? Looks like the last one can as well. KD pretty brutal here, 54 to 37, but villager count even more. 13 ahead, now goes for TC number 3 on this very tight area. Crossman for Fire, only now for Botkin Arrow, and not your typical army with Franks. When was NAC2, bros? It's coming up, bro. Next week. 8 days! 8 days, guys! Oh, sick. Okay. Okay, so 1 converted archer here. Nothing else for now. Now goes this bit on stone. Maybe wards could be an option. TC number 4 apparently is an option. And picking up some more relics is an option. Monastery now for Fire. He plays it. 1 TC, 2 TCs. Crossman, pikeman. Not your typical Frank's army at all. Oh, but now goes onto stone. And maybe an aggressive castle from Franks could be coming our way. Yeah, Brussels, Hamburg, €3. Ryanair flights were pretty sick. Manchester is like also like 20 euros for me. Yeah, train is pretty good as well. Siege workshop now behind the lines. Viper, he doesn't have a lot of scouting intel. Right, when was the last time he scouted? Back in Feudal Age. He's camping at home, not going for any raids. And we'll add some scorpions. Look at that, Fire has a better intel. Viper now moving out here. Hitting some shots and going back. No real losses though, if you have monks around. Aggressive castle here now by Fire, and that's interesting. Because then Viper won't have that much wood left, honestly. Well, this is still okay-ish. Viper would have loved to have mangonels now instead of scorpions. Oh, he's converting villagers. Trying to buy himself some more time. Mangonel coming forward. This one is a scorpion first, mangonel second. For a solid shot. And now those villagers, what can they do? No repair. Okay, goes for the crossbowman first. Solid shot here. Can he repair this? Yes, it looks like it. Villagers are going down. Could this be it? Outcastle guys, 70% on the mangonels around, still getting repaired. Pikemen cannot really get the kills. The other pikemen of the Viper are coming down to the left-hand side. We have the kill over at the left-hand side, and GG Fire lost this one. Woof, papa. I was pretty sure this one was going up, but then Double Siege Workshop production almost killed, quite solid, and he got those mangonels out quite nicely, and then repair with all the villagers completely uninterrupted behind there. Got one solid shot up against the crossman, and then against all the villagers. Meanwhile, we had a big raid at home, but well, who cares about that? We have that going on. And 3-0. Viper's not here to make any prisoners. Quite a slap. Serious taking 50 minutes now. 3-0. I'm a bit scared for my time schedule at NAC. If series are that short. Oh no, it's 2030, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's different. It's longer than that. Next one is Prairie, and we should very likely see Mongols against Huns, but I wouldn't be surprised if Viper just picks something out of the standards just to play some more. I think it's still pretty solid warm-up for him, right, to play against Fire. And I think Viper will avoid. Let's take a look at the civilizations again. I think, like, technically it would be Prairie Huns, Flooded Cross, probably Portuguese, Rehydration, Berber, Spanish Coastal Mountain, or the other way around. Probably Berber, Coastal Mountain, Rehydration, Spanish. On the other side we have Fire, Mongols, Chinese for Coastal Mountain, Malian Rehydration, and Slav Flooded Crust. That doesn't really make a lot of sense. So probably Rehydration Slavs and Malians. Ugh. Like Flooded Crust and Rehydration both are on the maps where you go for a lot of farms. Weird. So, they're launching into the game again. I was a good Age of Empires player. Agreed. All the info on NAC2 on AoE zone, yeah. Exclamation point NAC2 is what you want, by the way. Hi Nili, don't know why, but it seems to me like you are in depression recently. Okay, thanks. I wonder if all is okay with you. For Scriptum, you're doing great. Keep doing. Looking forward to NAC2. I'm just a bit sick, guys. Thanks for your concern, but I'm very far away from depression. Was the show match always planned for now? Initially it was planned for like 3 hours ago, then KOTD squeezed themselves in there, and then I talked to Viper and he said if I win against you we can do it afterwards. Yeah, I'm just like a different sickness than depression. Sick. I think I've never heard someone Like, some people were concerned about me, but no one ever say that I could be depressed. Like, when did you start? Spoiler. Surprise. Yeah. Is there a tournament with all visible map settings? Would the gap between players be closer or further? I think some players would be better, some players would be worse. I think it would be a bit closer. Comes down to a bit more to the mechanics. We had all visible tournament once. It was super fun. I think DauT won it, if I remember correctly. Okay, let's jump into game number 4, potentially the last map of this series. We are going into the casting overlay, and well, Viper's playing it for real. We'll have Fire with Mongols and Viper with Hunts. And this is an all flat kind of Arabia map with not that much wood and a lot of extra hunt at the sides. Mongols could be pretty sick over here, and Hunts, they're pretty good because we're starting with 2 scouts, and therefore Mongols, for example, need to loom to begin with. So Fire is not a villager down, he just has loom. I started push-ups because of Nili and I like it, but I suck. I sucked as well at the start. At the start I had like 4 push-ups or something. And now after not doing them for 2 weeks, I think I dropped quite a bit as well. Wood distribution in this map could be a bit unfair, I guess. Wood distribution could be unfair on any map. Being a bit negative and giving imagine of not hype all the time isn't depression. Even NA culture says so. It's the basic state of living for most of us. Okay. Let's just continue. Quite sad for Fire and BBQT that they both lost all the show matches. Yeah, and even MBL against BBQT didn't even decide to make a deal. So MBL just smashed BBQT and took the $100. Yeah, that was a bit in his face. Okay, 3 on wood here by the Viper, 4 on wood now by Fire, sending some over. You can go for some ridiculous uptimes here. Look at that. Fire might even consider like pop 17 or something. Or pop 16. That's only 2 pitches for MBL as well, but okay, it's fair. That's not true. Oh, scout in the TC. But saved for now. Fire. Oh, he needs the second building. Oh, Fire wanted to go up, but he needs a second building. And look at that horrible mill. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Small hiccup here for sure. What is Viper up to? Ah, he goes for the hunt far away. Don't tell me it's trying to get that one. Loom. But that's quite some distance. That's why Berbers are pretty good on this map. Because you can get them without losing any HP. Or very minimal. Because villagers simply walk 10% faster. And Viper. He wanted to click up as well. Second lumber. Oh, now the mill as well. So those are some screw-ups. Viper is going for an extra board at the side. Something that Fire could have done as well. At least one. Those are wolves in the center. So yeah, both for getting their second building. Therefore we are a bit later than optimal, I would say. Does anyone know other esporters from Vietnam are allowed in Germany? Well, I'm not sure. What? I don't even know of any Vietnamese esporters. Like there's no good ones. Start with 2 at least. And there weren't anyone for Warcraft 3 either. Not sure about the MOBA games or Fortnite or something. We're getting his barracks, fire with the quick stables. Well, we'll see a lot of scouts, lots of map control here. This is still untaken. Viper, he knows that a lot of stuff is here, but it's also tough to afford this. Personal background, yeah. Whoa, we better. If they normally take 10 to 15 days to apply or to decide on a visa application, and for BBQT they decide after 5 days that he shouldn't get it. Well, we don't want to know about BBQT's history, right? Well, those were just not the greatest spot. Now migrate over to the side. 2v1 fight, but fire kind of needs to run. Scouts blocking the left hand side. Nice anticipation here by the Viper. Doesn't want to die against all those scouts here at the side. Yeah, we need to. Yeah, we wasted quite a lot of money into. Or not wasted. We invested quite a lot of money into BBQT's visa application. Oh, those switches, that has to be so annoying. Okay, continues with some scouts. 4 more. Now we're at 7 scouts already. 6 only to the front though. 3 spearmen camping here. Those were just somewhat protected as well. Only 4 scouts. What's the next step here for Viper? I'm a bit surprised. Idling for now. Archer transition, and this one should be good for fire. Completely housed now though. 35 out of 35. Well, that won't be the case for too much longer, since he might just lose a villager here. Nice move there. And should maybe get that one as well. So 2 dead villagers, quite an easy kill. Spearman around here will take the first one, or will he? Tries to commit at the left hand side. And now moving in. Villager casually going over, and well, those are spearmen going down. Fire with a small hiccup. Didn't really have the macro to get all that done properly. 2 scouts here and trying to fight this off. I think this is a spot where Fire could have ungarrisoned his 2 scouts as well. Oh, and they're even getting out at the front area here. Archer production now started. The villagers here still chewing away on those boars quite nicely for them. Guys, we have the on my Twitter and on AOE Zone. You can read the reason why the French embassy refused BBQT. Tyson, cheers! And the German embassy never refused anything because we couldn't complete the application because BBQT never got my letter of invitation. Could Viper wall off the deer on the left side between all those patches. This. Yeah, surely. Could have been an option if you scouted that properly. The bloodline's now around the corner as well. That will be a lot of scouts. Only now going on 2 golds. Viper, I think he should win this one. Fire, an option that he gets an upgrade. Not really. Double archer range from him. Not a lot of spearmen out. Is the speed faster? No. This is exactly the speed they are playing with. Do pro players even try to count wilds quickly when they're in enemy base to check if there's some hunting? They should, yeah. At least, like if you're expecting your enemy to potentially go forward, you always count their villages. And if you know, okay, this is the spot where I have 22 villagers and he only has 18, then you know that this will be forwards coming. That's 4 villagers. That fire is taking that at the side. +1 defense here for the Viper as well. Another stable. This looks a bit like Fuel Age all in. Ring, ring, ring. Forging. Fire without fletching for now. What can Viper do? Okay, he goes for the counter attack first and just micro some here. +1 defense already there and idle TC this very moment. Another villager queued up. Stable number 2 as well. I think an archer range won't hurt. Oh, did you see Viper already microing all villagers over here so that if he wants to pull them back, they won't back out as much. Can just move like this into the TC. What a nice move. Viper's not going up, no. And this looks like a good engagement here for Fire. He has enough spearmen. Most of the time when people go mass scouts, well, they only have success if people are underbuilding their spearmen, but not with Fire, who is now going for bloodlines as well. So lots of aggression here. Keeps on the spearman production. 2 archer ranges for him as well. Blocks the whole gold patch here. And Viper, well, he is forced into more scouts. Goes full scouts here with 3 stables. And, well, I said he will try to play some around. I thought he'd pick another civilization, but he just stayed with Hans. And yeah, but still, I don't want to say troll game, but let's see, mass scouts, if he can make it happen. Spearmen aren't really attacking too well. Fire not with the greatest engagement. +1 defense on the spearmen now finished. Ooh, this is still not too bad. Fire, I believe. He's chewing away through the left side. Okay, but I think he will lose after all. Viper also had a pretty big investment into this one, and now look at that HP on those scouts, pretty damn low. Double archery range to follow this up, and that's another group that might even kill those villagers here. Those scouts of the Viper. Let's take a look. Fire with another engagement. Okay, now those are enough. Oh god. Spearman. Okay, getting some hits off. Look at how they're going through the left-hand side. Another spearman to clear off this side. But now a double archery range should really help out. What an aggressive game here. Both playing full Fuel Age. Now this is the time where Fire should even think about adding some more scouts. But also just massive archer. What would that out? The defense upgrade. Oh man, that hurts quite a bit. Massive archer and spearman could be fine as well. Sniping some of the scouts again. Losing most of his archers here is Viper. Nice movement by Fire. He's snacking quite a bit. And military count 14-4. Take that 13-3. And that's a nice push here. Viper, he's playing this full Fuel Age, and now he's switching to triple archer range as well. Will it be enough though? Fire, he's lacking backsmith upgrades. Only has 2 out of the 5. And he's building everything quite heavily in Fuel Age. So, well, it could really help out. But does he know about this gold? Yes, he does. And Fire, he also has the beautiful eco. Taking away for himself here. Now +1 defense for the scouts. Did he add a second stable? Not really. Just works off 1 for now. Oh, colors are switched. Oh, my bad. Okay, Fire now in the red. Sorry. Red Fire in the red or the other games. Sometimes I don't realize that. You just need to tag me at the left hand side, then I'm a bit more focused or can see that a bit more easily. Just add Nili AOE, and then most of the time we'll read it. That's not true, but it's more likely that I will read it. Let's call it that way. Viper did hold now. 7 villager advantage. Yeah, full feudal, no tower. That's how they played in the old days indeed. And that's the beauty. We'll also have 2 no wall, no tower show matches during NAC Fun Day. So that should be interesting. I think I want to do Prairie and Hans Land Madness. House Fire 7 votes behind. Well, not producing apparently. Didn't have a lot of villager rates. Back to Viper to focus after several hours of play. Well, he played 2.5 hours, right? Then had 1.5 hours break, and now is playing again. But yeah. No garrison? Nah, garrison is nice. I think I want to have that with Khmer. Maybe we'll do land madness Khmer. No walling with buildings. Yeah, well, you're allowed to wall with buildings, but it's tough on land madness and on Prairie, right? This is still pretty close. 11 to 9, and Viper's now up to castle age even. Goes for more archers. A lot of farmers still collecting food for him. But fire even wheelbarrow behind. Oh god. Oh man, Viper's ego is just so much better. Those were idle for quite some time, I believe. Unsworn Black Forest. Okay. Nicov barrel. Oh yeah. Hera is calling it. Hera, what do you think after NAC2? I will do a show match you against Slam together with Dave as a co-caster. GG, well played. By fire after the Viper is getting up to castle age. Crossman, Botkin arrow, and quite a solid performance here by the Viper, and not too trolly at all, honestly. Ultimate Canadian show match, I love it. Wouldn't that be lovely? And underwhelming game. Oh, actually, like at some point it felt Fire could push it, but Viper, just with the solid defense, had all the eco and just kept his economy so clean as well, right? Not investing into many walls, doesn't need to build houses, and that actually should have carried Fire so much more. He even would have lost that villager here. Hi. And Viper wins this show match 4-0. Thanks for participating, Mr. Fire. But that was kind of it. Okay. NAC2 promo show match over. It was a long day for me. Over 7 hours now. And I hope you had a great one. This series will make it onto YouTube as well, but I do some cutting, and obviously KOTD will be uploaded a bit earlier than that. Viper against Mr. Yo. Tomorrow we will have Liereyy against Vivi, and on Sunday we'll have the Viper against the winner of the Saturday game. Have a wonderful day, guys, and I will probably host Fire or Viper. I don't really know. I think both just started streaming, so you will all have a wonderful day. I think I will host Fire, and because you already know the Viper's place. Have a great one. I love you all, and show you the trailer for last time. This time with Fire and DauT included as well.
welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's directly jump into the next game. And let's take a look what will happen here. Oops, what is going on? The game ended. That's because the series is already over. This is just a VOD to avoid some spoilers. So, yeah, you already saw the series till the end. And this is just a VOD without any content coming up. And therefore, you can now close the video. And I hope you didn't get spoiled before at YouTube. Enjoy, guys. welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's directly jump into the next game. And let's take a look what will happen here. Oops, what is going on? The game ended. That's because the series is already over. This is just a VOD to avoid some spoilers. So, yeah, you already saw the series till the end. And this is just a VOD without any content coming up. And therefore, you can now close the video. And I hope you didn't get spoiled before at YouTube. Enjoy, guys.